The man asked him, "If my real self is peace and love, why is it so restless?" Maharaj responded, "It is not your real being that is restless, but its reflection in the mind appears restless, because the mind is restless. It is just like the reflection of the moon in the water. Stirred by the wind of desire stirs the mind. And the me, which is but a reflection of the self in the mind, appears changeful. But these ideas of movement and restlessness, of pain and pleasure, are all in the mind. The self stands beyond the mind, aware but unconcerned." The man asks, "But how to reach it?" Maharaj responds, "You are the self, here and now. Leave the mind alone. Stand aware and unconcerned, and you will realize that to stand alert but detached, watching events come and go, is an aspect of your real nature." The man asks, "What are the other aspects?" To which Maharaj responds, "The aspects are infinite in number. Realize one and you will realize all." I felt entitled to seeing a desire come to fruition because of all the work that I've been putting in. I thought this outcome was untouchable because I deserved it. The desire alone made me subtly suffer because it made every present moment leading up to it unfulfilling, because it was not good enough. My current moment is not good enough until I get to this particular point if I look at the now moment through that lens of mind. And so this sense of entitlement added on top of my desire had its sources in pride, which the pride itself came from how I was perceiving myself as someone who was working hard, therefore deserved something. Now, instead of just taking what is given to me, I am looking and trying to pull more because I am experiencing a lack of, which this sense of lacking has its roots in desire. Right? So the big issue here is desire. All of the problems come back to desire. And the only reason desire has any type of grip on me is because I believe myself to be and identify with my body. This problem is completely my body's problems. If I understood myself to be beyond my body and beyond my mind, this wouldn't be an issue at all, because I am not the body. It's not my problem. Name, fame, security, friends, family, vices, virtues, ambitions, all of it is your body's problems. Find one problem which could not be solved by realizing that you are not the body. This is what I understand Maharaj to be teaching. And so this problem that I'm facing, the body, mind, not experiencing the rest in the quantities that it feels entitled to, creates more suffering so long as it is not fulfilled, right? And so there's two ways that you can relieve yourself of the suffering of desire. You can either fulfill it, which will then breed more desire, or you can let it go. And so when you fulfill a desire, it breeds more desire, and boom, you keep going. But when you let go of a desire, you just are, boom, until the next desire comes and you keep moving. And so if you go through the path of fulfillment, you're going to be successful in the world. You're going to be applauded by those in the world. You're going to be given accolades. You're going to be given praise. You're going to be given honor. You're going to be given status. You're going to be given material abundance. But you will still suffer because you are still desire driven, because there's still some form of lack that is keeping you going. That's why you haven't stopped. There is some purpose that needs to be fulfilled. And as virtuous and amazing as those things sound, that's not salvation. And if you are a true seeker, if you truly want to be free, you need to understand that you have to let go of everything. And it doesn't mean renounce, just, sell my house, sell my apartment, sell my car. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to understand how to let go internally. You need to let go. And so this is something that needs to be practiced because it doesn't breed any more desire. And so how would you practice this? How could you begin practicing letting go? You begin with meditation. And so what you do is you train yourself to sit still. And while you're sitting still, you're making your exhale longer than your inhale. And you're not creating any pauses in the breath at the top or at the bottom of the breath. And you turn the attention inward on the self. And if you don't know what I mean by that, go listen to that beginning quote of Maharaj. And he guides you. He guides you to where I want you to be, where I want you to put the attention to. Because if you put the attention to the sense organs, any sensory input that you receive, if you put the attention on the mind, if you put the attention on the body, on anything else other than the self, you're doomed. I'm sorry, you're doomed. And you need to start practicing what you need to do. And it's going to be hard in the beginning. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's simple, but it's not easy. But once you do that, very, very, very quickly, you will come to understand the nature of desire. And you'll see how it is pure suffering, pure misery, how subtle and seductive it can be, and how it will lead the mind down a very slippery slope. You must understand that desire are like clouds in the sky, right? They come and go, but the sky always is. And that is the self. That is what you are here and now. But because you identify with this body, which comes and goes like a cloud, one day it is here, one day it will die, right? And it is here while you're conscious and it disappears in your sleep. Once you start to get glimpses of that changeless absolute, giving everything up will become just a question of how much courage do you have. It won't be a question of if I should do it. It's okay, let's get to it. So stay strong, and again and again and again and again and again return yourself back to the self. There'll be many times where you think you'll have to turn your attention back outwards into the world, to become captivated by it, inquire into it, to be safe. No, and I say that from experience, no. And I have very little experience to work off of right now, because just recently have I gotten the courage. But no, you must keep the attention on the self. This is salvation. I'm not saying give up your life. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying end your relationships, quit your job. I'm saying hold your attention inwards. I'm not telling you to do anything else other than hold the attention inwards. Always, no matter what, hold the attention inwards. Drill that into your mind. And if you put the attention outwards, don't give up. Just turn the attention back inwards. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Turn the attention back inwards. Frustration is just a play of the mind, just a disturbance of the mind. Let it go. Turn the attention back inwards into the witness, which is ever present and unattached. This will strengthen the mind. It's like a plant that's just starting to grow. It's tender, it needs to be looked after. But once it sprouts into a powerful tree, the sapling is no longer a sapling, it is stern. It can be in any environment. You can go through the toughest winters unscathed. You need to tend to yourself in solitude in the beginning and keep practicing. Have the courage in public to do this practice. Reside in yourself, you will be fine. And last but not least, remember, all of your problems are your body's problems. This is the 101 to end suffering. Listen to that quote every day. I love you guys. Peace.